Hi, Michael. Hi, Sharon. Sitting on the couch. Probably, maybe anyone else that's watching. This is me doing my weekly update video saying what I've been up to. So let's just start by having a look at some insights from the app. So I guess it's looking a bit lighter than some previous weeks. But hey, that's okay. So I've been uploading a lot of clips to YouTube. I've made that a daily task. So now I've got on my channel, it's been putting these little ones in, seeing if I can get any engagement or something just by doing a bit more, just by being a bit more regular with it. And it's taking those clips from those Twitch performances. So we'll see how that goes. I've also been taking the time to try and write a tweet every day. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, at Michael Forrest, then that's where those are ending up. I'm trying to be funny. Whether or not I'm successful is, I'll leave that to you to decide. So I spent another 10 hours on my Augmented Data Art thing. And I'm sort of almost at a point with it that it's okay, but I'll be honest, like I've got a bit, I was trying to get the animation nice because I thought like to make this shareable, it's got to just have a really nice reveal transition. So I've been like hacking away at, I've been trying to find the best way to do it. So I got some physics working in Blender. Well, first I was trying to do it in Xcode, in Scenekit, but like you get these effects. For a start, it can be very unpredictable where like it's very hard to make sense of what's going on with this sometimes. But like you've got this little play button here and it's like, how do I can preview the bounding rects on this thing. So if I look at physics bodies, it's like the physics bodies are all weird shapes or the wrong side. Yeah, you can see that physics body makes sense. So we can grab it maybe, and like if we grab the right thing, we can like scale it, but then it's like in the wrong place. So I don't really know what. So see, that's like it's landed on something random. I cannot work out what makes that work. So I thought, well, maybe if I can just do it in Blender, like create the animation here, like bake in a physics animation, so there's like a reveal and the mug gets knocked, and figure out how the mug's going to get knocked over. But then that when I imported that into Xcode, I ended up with this. Like it's twisted the book round, and the coffee has moved, and the pen has moved. Everything's at a weird angle. So I'm just trying to work out how to get stuff across. But I wanted to just get it done in time for a call on Tuesday, and so I did as much as I could till then. And then I just had a bit of a pressure headache, so I kind of moved on to something else. What else? I had a call with another person who's got a mood tracking app, in a similar vein to my Changes app, who reached out to me saying, like, do you want to maybe talk, even though we're sort of competition, but maybe not. And then I forwarded him back in an email that I'd sent to a few of my competitors saying exactly the same thing. So we spent an hour having a chat, just comparing notes, quite similar. I'm hoping he'll come by to one of my Twitch streams and we'll chat again. But it was an interesting to see someone else kind of in the same headspace, and also having started like 10 years ago as well and taken a break and come back to it. So that was very interesting. I've started working on a quiz for Changes, but it's like, is this going to be quiz changes.html? I think this might not be running, but we can start it up. Rails S. Whilst that's starting up, I'll just say so the way the shoot quiz, I asked people a few questions and just to kind of get a sense for how the app's, and more on that in a sec. But I've been trying to sort out the one for Changes users or people on my mailing list. So it's Changes, and it should be. Should we just try this? Right. Okay. And then so I was just having a look at a few ideas. So how much mood tracking have you done? and then maybe like, of course it's not going to show you anything, but just trying to think about what I want to get out of a quiz. Like, am I trying to like, I could end up asking a lot of personal questions that are quite open-ended, but does that really get me anywhere? I'm not sure. I need to figure out what I can actually offer in response. And if it's the mailing list, maybe it's about like which of my apps do I direct people to. So I'm just trying to ask questions to find out. Or is it to find out what new features to add to changes to make it more compelling? Or is it what sort of things I could add into the app in an ongoing way that would add the most value? And it's just quite hard to know what to ask. And I don't want to sort of push my luck by... I mean, I suppose I could always send them another quiz in 3 weeks and try a different thing. Now I think about it. Now I talk out loud. But yeah, so I did some technical work to get the quiz working, and as you can see, that was really effective. No. So I've got like an HTML version, and so I've made some progress on that, which was sort of like lying half done for ages. But yeah, so I made a bit of progress on that. But yeah, I was finding it a bit painful to work on as well. So you see, I've sort of spent a few moments, a few little bits of time. On that, so let's have also it was snowing here, so check this out. And I'm back. It was a bit from my live stream mixed with a view of the snow in slow motion. I made the slow motion joke on someone's stream and they did a laugh, and I was like, I'm a comedy genius. What else? Right. In terms of what I have done, I've got like 1,000 responses now from my shoot quiz. So I thought I'd start a blog post on that. And really, like this week, the focus was supposed to be on starting a mailing list for the Shoot app. So I thought one thing I can do on that. I've got a few different things I'm going to do for that. Let's have a look. What did that look like? What was I thinking I was going to do? So if we look at build Shoot community, should be here somewhere. I need to improve this. So some blog post ideas, report the quiz results, trying out just chatting or music, my mood versus whether I'm streaming. I want to sort of talk about the new manual controls that I'm going to finish up. Using LUTs on your camera. I've got a LUT on my camera, that's why it looks so weird. Like issues with Big Sur, maybe I could mention shout outs and raids, and why I prefer Twitch to YouTube. I keep hearing people talk about not getting to their big side projects, and so there could be a mention of done good on that. Auto camera switching idea, action streamer, stream elements versus Streamlabs, and then like just sort of shout out a couple of the streamers, Joffamo and DJ Decane, who I've been sort of like returning to quite a lot. But yeah, so I started by doing the analysis of the quiz results, and sort of pointing out things like some of the, like a lot of people were doing meetings, like over 50%, but then you got people doing like music and gaming, like a lot of music people, so I was happy about that. But then like people doing like craft demos, coding, online tutorials, video podcasts, comedy, volleyball, hockey, BMXing, interviews, opening card packs, like, and miniature painting. So I love that. Then, yeah, just like some breakdowns of what conference software people use, whether they're doing live music or maybe I'll just delete that conference software bit. What kind of music, where do musicians stream? Noticing that a lot more people do it on Facebook than other channels, but I'd quite like that's Twitch overall, and that's Twitch for musicians. So I think that's a bit of a missed opportunity. Gaming stuff, video producing stuff. Yeah, so I just kind of did that, and then the next thing I'm doing is doing an analysis of my mood versus streaming as another post, just because I've got the data, and I am sort of, as I'm sort of around 0 to 1 follower, like people turning up to a stream, because those numbers are still quite low. It can feel bad or good based on whether on that really binary thing. So actually something I do want to focus on is just building that by, if I have to pander a little bit, but just so that I'm getting a few people each time I do something on the stream, so that it doesn't feel quite so like it could go horrible or it could go well. But yeah, so that's some shoot PR stuff. And I think like I've been sort of suffering a slight feeling of loss of control, but I think part of that is I don't have a metric for how well that shoot marketing is going yet. So I've got no number to compare to last week. So in a way, that's like the thing I've learned from doing my weekly reports is that like at least I've got something to hold on to. I can go, okay, well, if I get that percentage up by 5% then, or 5,000%, then that feels good and I can do that. That's something I can control. So yeah, let's have another little music clip. Disappointment. That was a clip from a live stream and some footage. We went up to Cemetery in Highgate, and do you know what? Life is full of pain and disappointment, and you only get one of them. And I hope that as you look at that, you go, our time is short, and it's not all going to go to plan, but I'm going to make the most of all the time I've got. I'm thinking of like making that a bit of a, like, that came out of a stream and I was like, this, like, just complaining about how terrible everything is in a sort of upbeat way is actually, I've done it before. I did this song called There's No Reason Why I Should Be Dead or Alive, and it's like, it's amazing how like freeing that can be, that feeling. So that's something to sort of think about in the music that I'm working on, and maybe just the message I'm putting out there. Like, things are terrible, so just don't stop yourself doing things. Just don't hold yourself back because of some sort of sense of responsibility or duty to society, because like you don't get long, and if you don't get on with it and make your own life, then it's going to be over in no time. So with that, I'll be live tomorrow on Twitch playing some music, and I'll see you next week here, and also see you immediately, Sharon, when I turn my head. Bye.